it's like this, right? It's as if 9 failures will destroy you, but on the 10th, you grow wisdom and wiser, and now failure can never destroy you again. So if you gave up on failure 4, you gave up on failure 8, failure 9, then you never achieve failure number 10, which gives you that clarity and that wisdom of like, oh, I'm just going to fail a lot because I keep taking action. I'm going to fail a lot, and I'm going to bounce right back the fuck up.
You are now tuning in to the Evolution Daily Podcast.
If they're not, so we're just going to bust into this. I just got a text from this girl. She goes, hey, where did you want to go tomorrow? Nowhere. I don't want to go anywhere with you. I really am at a point, and I think that guys get to this point way too quickly. They're not really at this point. They're faking being at this point. I am at the point where if you're not a really bad bitch, I'm just not excited. If this girl's just not a bad bitch, okay? I met her online. She's just whatever, okay? And if I was out at night and she was saying like, let's go home, or if I'd even just put it out there, like, let's go back to my place, we're already there. I'm already, maybe not going to pull another girl. I would go home with her. I'd fuck her. I'd let her suck my dick. That'd be a good time. But I'm really kind of past the point of making time for basic bitches at this point. I don't get excited about them. I can nut on my own. I can't, I've got a rotation. I've never not had a fucking rotation. So if you're not a really bad bitch where I'm like, oh my God, a girl like that, like fucking yes, then I'm not really going to make time. Because what's more important to me is the
value for that time.
Yeah. And it's just, so she says that to me. What did you want to do tomorrow? Or where did you want to go tomorrow? I have to clear out a Saturday evening at like 7 p.m. And then it's like, yeah, okay, the date doesn't go. Whatever happens with the date, I can still go out. I can still do whatever. But it's like, no, I just don't want to make new time for a basic bitch. I'm just not doing it anymore.
That's your text response right
You know
there.
what makes me mad is that right now I have anxiety because ever since our one episode got pulled from YouTube,
Right.
I'm just like, how easy is it to get pulled now?
Oh.
So even just now, I'm like, basic bitch, all this shit. I'm like, Jesus Christ, are these algorithms picking up on that? And now I'm going to get fucking pulled for just even everything I just said.
Yeah, right.
It's insane. Welcome back to the Evolution Daily Podcast. My name's Aaron Alexander. This is Alpha Chad. We're here. What do you think about your future when it comes to this name? What do you think about Alpha Chad? Do they like it? Guys, comment down below if you're listening on YouTube, and if you're not, then go to YouTube. Comment down below and let us know. Do you want him to go by Hunter or Alpha Chad?
Oh, right.
Let's take a poll. We'll take a poll here.
I'll tell you my own history with it.
Okay, let's hear it.
I liked Alpha Chad at first.
Okay.
And then now, so there's two types of people. I like saying Hunter.
Okay.
Because it's just very like casual.
Okay.
There's these guys that'll call me Alpha Chad, which it's fun and they love it, but they're also like Alpha Chad. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh man, like.
So do you almost feel as though there's a reputation for you to live up to, and there's pressure there?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. No.
Which pressure's good.
Yeah.
Pressure's good. And I do love all the guys that do it.
Right. I saw that there was a
Master Chad.
There's been this thing going viral all over the internet where there's this guy, I've never heard of him. He's maybe a business coach with like masculinity and shit like that. He did a conference recently called AlphaCon.
Nice.
And his name, he's right there on the front, and I don't want to say he's fat, but he's kind of got this round fat face, but he seems to be like kind of bulky as well. But his name is The Bull. And so, and then there's been a couple other guys on the flyer that are also very well known. One of them is Brad Leia. I don't know if you know him, real famous kind of sales guy. But so I've been seeing all over the internet, girls roasting it, guys roasting it, everybody being like, if you have to call yourself an alpha, you're not an alpha. But the guy, his name is The Bull.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I remember when I saw that, I was like, you got to wake up every day and be the bull. When that's who you are, you don't like, you're kind of sick. You're maybe like hungover. You're tired. You're having a down day. And you're like, I don't feel like the bull today. When you take a name like the Bull, it's a life-changing event.
Here's my thing, though. I don't live up to Alpha Chad. It's always been ironic.
Right, yeah.
As I've started to get more, like, cool.
Yeah, because
if I actually, like, get, like, to the level of, like, the name Alpha Chad,
right,
I would probably want to drop it then. Because it's been ironic the whole time.
Right, I see what you mean. Yes, that makes sense.
So maybe I'm Alpha Chad.
You're outgrowing it now, maybe.
Maybe, but then again, it could be cool to be the alpha. Who knows?
Right, right. Guys, comment down below. Let us know what you think here on the Evolution Daily Podcast YouTube channel. So this episode, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Evolution Daily Podcast. This episode is going to be all about how to get back in the game when you've been on a long hiatus. So we talked to so many guys. I'm fucking always talking to pickup guys, whether it's guys in my own city, it's guys that I'm working with. Now, the guys I'm working with, typically they're already back in the flow because that's why they're working with me. But guys will reach out. We'll talk to guys on calls and stuff where they've fallen asleep. They have fallen asleep. And many of you are listening to this right now. Maybe you've fallen asleep. And, as much as it used to be cool, for a while, I think the theme at the beginning of the, we're going to call it the world shutdown. We're just going to call it the world shutdown. For a while there at the beginning of the world shutdown, I think that the cool theme was for you to kind of pretend as though, or not to pretend, but to not let it affect you. Yeah. And it felt like it wasn't going to last forever. I remember being like, guys, come on, this is way too big. This is going to wrap up in a couple months. I mean, the whole world is on top of this. How could this go on forever? So I remember there for a while, it was like, I'm not going to let this affect me. I'm not going to whatever. This has affected everything. It's affected everybody, everything, every facet of life has been affected in one way or another. As much as you wanted to be totally in control of your own reality, that can only go so far. Yeah. And so when you were out crushing it at night game and all of a sudden you can't go into bars for months and then they open back up. And I remember when they opened back up here and plastic dividers between all of us, getting yelled at for trying to actually move the dividers in an attempt to actually approach another group of girls, moving the dividers at the table. Bouncer comes over. Don't fuck with this. Don't fuck with this. Mask on. I mean, just everything. It's been very demoralizing for a lot of men. And a lot of guys have struggled to get back out there. I mean, imagine, for you guys watching right now, maybe you were already struggling. Maybe you already in a normal world we're having a hard time getting out there, doing approaches, going out consistently. And then boom, the whole world shuts down. And now it just feels almost impossible. And so I really wanted to take this time in this episode today to really kind of give a voice to those concerns and to say that, one, they're valid. They are valid. Again, as much as it's cool to be like, you're always in control of your own destiny, this shit's fucked a lot of people up, man. A lot of you right now I was talking to you about this the other day, because you don't really pay much attention to the news and stuff. So I was kind of like,
I try not to.
Yeah, I was sharing this with you the other day about how millions and millions of people that every day, even if they didn't have a social life, they went to the workplace every day. And they at least had to talk to customers and coworkers and their boss and this and that. And even if it wasn't a great situation, it was human contact. All of a sudden, your job gets what you think is temporarily moved home and then permanently moved home. And now, Jesus Christ, now 5 days has gone by. You've barely talked to a soul, and now it's time to hit the club. So it's very difficult for a lot of you to really get going. And that's why so much of the theme of Evolution Daily right now is I'm trying to wake you guys the fuck up. So if you guys have been paying attention, then you'll know we just actually launched the Wake the Fuck Up. Well, I'm calling it Wake the F Up because Wake the F Up gets approved for ads.
Yes.
So I can call it Wake the F Up. But it's Wake the Fuck Up Boot Camp Tour 2022. And so we're coming to all these different cities, Chicago, New York, LA, Miami, Austin, Texas, Columbus, Ohio, just all across the United States. Vegas. I don't know if I said Vegas or not. And so if you're really, really feeling stuck and you need that breakout moment, here's the thing, right? Most of the time, people can't break out on their own. Most of the time, you can't break out on your own. There are so many people that are very overweight in this world today, and they can't break out. They can't break through.
Like just like with their current friends and family, with their like
their
own house
with their
and
routines, with their patterns.
Yeah.
And so they just can't break out. And sometimes it takes a heart attack. There's been a lot of stories where a big fat guy has a heart attack and he's like, I fucking thought it was it. I thought that was it.
Yeah.
And that's his breakout moment where then he decides to get it together. And so with game, with pickup, I'm telling you guys, if you think that you're going to, on your own, have some breakout moment where all of a sudden you go from sleeping from what you're doing now every day, just in this fucking walking coma, day after day, same thing over and over again. You get off work, you come home, you scroll online, you just lay down on your couch, you sit in your car before you even go back into your house, you scroll and scroll and scroll. Ooh, hot chick. Oh, bouncing tits in the Boutine LA bikini. Yeah. Oh, she's turning. There's her fucking ass. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Getting all fucking horny. And then you don't even have the energy to jerk off. The problem isn't even jerking off too much. Most guys don't even have the energy anymore to jerk the fuck off. They can't even wank their wank.
Wow.
And so if you think that one day you're just going to wake up and that's all going to fucking change, then what you're doing is you're also just not trying to make money, hoping you win the lottery. Fuck, dude, I see all the Gary Vee. I should make a business. Whatever. Fuck that. I'll win the lottery. You think you're just going to wake up and change one day? Here's another fallacy, right? Another fallacy is that guys think that they're going to like slowly build up. It's such bullshit, dude. It is such bullshit. I remember when I was starting off in game.
I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do...
I was starting off in game, and I remember I would see these approach anxiety ladders that people would teach. Day 1, go walk around the mall. Day 2, make eye contact with 5 people. Day 3, fucking da-da-da-da-da. Maybe, but I think each time that you're going out and you're doing that, I don't think you're actually getting more comfortable.
I said a great thing
in those environments. Go ahead.
I said a great thing to a guy recently I was talking on with the phone.
Yeah.
About all that. And it's like when you actually have it down, so many guys like the whole paralysis by analysis. Mm-hmm. So many guys, like when you go out, how many things are you actually thinking about when you go out to game? Like 2?
1. Ass.
Exactly. So it's like these guys studying game for like 20 years to go out.
Yeah.
It's like every time you go to learn another thing before going out, it's like you're literally reinforcing the idea that it's complicated.
Yes, love that.
And so it's very similar to what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. You're reinforcing the wrong ideas.
Yes, yeah, totally. And so for me, I've always taught, and I found with myself, no fucking escalation ladder works. Okay, look, I am a naturally anxious person. I think I have an overactive mind. I think there's something in my brain that is a little fucked, and I supplement for this. I do work on this. I've done deep inner work. I'm just naturally anxious. That's all there is to it. And instead of trying to kind of go out at night and slowly work my way up for 2 to 3 hours, I have found that no matter how anxious I am, I need to jump in the cold shower. And jumping in the cold shower for me is 3 hot chicks standing there, me anxious as fuck, nervous, the music's pounding, there's fucking, everyone's all over the place, it's crazy, and I need to see 3 hot girls and go up and be like, what's up? And they're like, hi, hey. And I'm like, what's your names? they're like, Kenzie, McKenna, fucking Diamond. Hi, I'm Aaron. What is you guys doing tonight? What's happening? We're just hanging out. You want to fucking hang out with me? I just need to go and have a little panic attack.
Yeah.
Talk to the girls. And then now I've completed that adrenal cycle. I've allowed the adrenaline to spike. I've allowed it to now reach resolution by going through versus running away from the adrenaline. Go ahead.
And you understand speed.
Yes.
Like so many guys, like with all these different plans on plans before they get to the thing, it's like you have this, because I've known you now for a while, you understand like getting to the thing you want and like cutting the shit.
Yeah.
And I think like just even in life in general, just like understanding how to cut the shit can get you the things that you want so much faster.
Yeah, well, I mean, I remember even with comedy, when I did stand-up comedy way back in the day, I was writing comedy for like 2 years before I got on stage. Because you think, I'm going to like get the perfect act, and then when I start, I'm going to whatever. No, you get up there, you have a fucking panic attack. And then you go up the next night, have a panic attack, and then the next night. And then all of a sudden, just by sheer luck, by maybe a little repetition, you'll wake up a little bit, and now you're able to actually deliver some fucking jokes. And so, you know, you guys, when it comes to speed in the field, you got to jump in, you got to jump in quick. Now, a really good example of this, a really good tactic that you can use is when you go out to the bar. I'm a big fan of 3-second rule. I'm a big fan of immediately jump into a set. The truth is, some of you, you're really not there yet. And I want you to be there, and I hope you get there very quickly. But what you do is, even if you're, first of all, I always recommend going out sober, always recommend gaming sober. Go to the bar, walk straight up to the bar. Maybe there's kind of a line, there's people all around you, you're warming up to that environment. You go up, you order a water, and you just start talking to the bartender a little bit. Wow, you guys are fucking slammed tonight. Yeah, it's pretty busy. I was in here last Friday. It wasn't this busy. Yeah, you know, it's kind of hit or miss, whatever. Cool, man. Well, hey, I'll see you in a little bit. I'll probably be back up here. Okay, cool. Talk to him. Talk to the bouncer. Wow, man, you guys always packed on Fridays? Hey, yeah, I'm Chris, by the way. Nice to meet you, man. Next time you're in there, Chris, what's up, man? I'm just out here. I'm probably going to try to pick up some chicks. I don't know. I'm going to try to get laid or something. I don't even know. Just talk to some people as soon as you get in there, because if you fall into wallflower mode is incredibly difficult to get out of. It's so difficult to get out of wallflower mode. So you have to avoid that at all costs. Now, were you going to add to that?
Yeah. Like the opposite of wallflower mode is like putting out energy, putting out content.
Wallflower is contraction, and wallflower is also very selfish, because when you're in wallflower mode, you're sitting over on the wall or sitting at a table or just standing there, whatever, and you're in your own little movie, and you think this movie's all about you. You think that you're just so important, and people are looking at you and thinking that you're kind of weird, and now you're getting more in your head, and there's no way that girl could want to be with me. What am I out here for? It's just all about you, and making it all about you is a surefire way to not be able to connect with anybody else. You've got to make it about other people. You've got to make it about connecting with other people, bringing other people value. So you can't fall into wallflower mode. Another quick tactic here for you guys as well is day game, especially. If you go out to do day game, you can go wherever you go to do day game, there's going to be stores around you. If this is a mall, if you're on the streets, if you're in some sort of busy shopping center, it doesn't matter where you are, there's going to be stores. Go into these stores and start talking to people that have to talk to you. They have to talk to you. If you go to the mall, they have to talk to you. Walk into American Eagle, there's going to be a hot girl standing right there at the front. Hey, how's it going? Anything I can help you with today? Yeah, I've actually never really shopped here before. Could you just show me like the jeans section? Like what, I don't know, different kinds, different colors. Yeah, sure. Come over here, whatever. Now you're talking to a girl that had to talk to you. So when you've been sitting at home all day and working all week by yourself, very limited interaction, walk into the American Eagle and talk to the bad bitch that has to talk to you. Walk into La Senza, which is it's like a Victoria's Secret. It's a lingerie store. Again, a bad bitch is going to greet you at the front and she's going to say, hey, how's it going? Let us know if there's anything we can help you with. Yeah, I'm looking for stuff for my girlfriend and I have no idea where to even start. Oh, okay, we'll come over here. And now you're talking to this girl that has to talk to you. So you're going to buy conversation right out the gate. And conversation is the way you loosen up. I've gone to parties before where I'm maybe overwhelmed by just the number, the sheer number. I walk in, like, whoa, there's way more people here than I thought. Like, oh, a little anxious, whatever. Go to that one person that I know, the person that invited me, the person that I know, whatever. Just start some conversation. You start loosening up. Things loosen up with conversation. So when you go out and you deprive yourself of any conversation whatsoever, now what that means is you're depriving yourself of the opportunity to loosen up. So those are some tactical tips. And I'm telling you guys, go apply this, go work on this. But again, doing it alone is a fool's game. There is no better way for you to break out than to come on an Evolution Daily boot camp this fucking year. We've had guys who they're telling us straight up, dude, I don't even know if I can do this program. I feel like I'm just going to show up. I'm going to be so nervous. I'm going to freak the fuck out. And I always tell guys, I love being intense. The boot camps, they end up getting very intense. I love fucking shouting about this shit like crazy. However, I always meet guys where they're at. Coming from somebody who has had panic attacks, who had to fucking leave my college classroom during a speech because I'm fucking whiting out and I was in deep shame for years about it, I can see when somebody is visibly very nervous. And I know how to handle that. I know how to be like, so dude, thank you so much for like coming out, man. You know, you a little bit nervous? You excited to be here? Yeah, man, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to say 10 bad bitches right there. Run, go. I'm able to meet them where they're at until I can get them to that place, which does not take long, of approach. Time to fucking approach.
You always say on the boot camps too, you're like, yo, like we're all friends here. You know,
we're all on the same team.
Like we're all gonna make fun of each other sometimes when we mess up, and we're all gonna like, you know, it's all gonna be like such a fun environment.
Well, and actually that kind of bro fun energy is definitely cool.
Yeah.
But what I actually tell them, I've never really said that exact line.
Yeah.
But that is what the energy we want to have is like bros hanging out.
Yeah.
But what I really tell them right out the gate is I always say, listen to me. You are going to get brutally rejected in front of all of us. I am going to get brutally rejected in front of everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, guys, watch this. Go talk to this really hot chick, and she's going to blow by me and want nothing to do with me. And I say, we are all on the same team. Do not have fear of performance. Don't try to impress me. Don't try to impress anybody. I want to see you fail a bunch, because if you don't fail a bunch, then that means that really you were just not even approaching. Any high-level guy that's out gaming, he's going to fail a lot. And he's doing more because he's taking more action. So by sheer percentages, you're going to fail more. And so we're all on the same team when we go out and do these boot camps. And I'm able to take guys who have not approached in months and months and months. I've had fucking guys that did their first approaches on the boot camp.
Yeah.
I had the guy in LA who did his first approach ever on the boot camp. He'd watched the content for years. And then literally 3 days after, he approached a really hot girl at his gym and he's like smashing her.
Yeah.
He's sending me mirror pics of the two of them. He's having sex with her. I mean, that's what I love about these boot camps is taking these guys that they previously didn't really believe in themselves enough. And then now with my guidance, with you being there, helping guide them, with even the help of the other students, you know, we'll see a lot of students even start rallying around each other and helping each other out. This supportive environment helps you to show you what's always been inside, because it's all inside of you. It's all inside of you. All we're doing is unlocking it. And so again, that unlock, that key, if you're just going to go through life thinking, I'm going to find the key on my own, you're probably not going to. Why would you not choose to just work with a fucking professional, somebody who unlocks this for men professionally, be part of this supportive environment that's there to support you and help you to take massive, massive action, thus now showing yourself, wow, I can take action. Wow, I went from not approaching at all to now making out with this girl at the club, to going on my first instant date ever on a fucking day game, on the day game portion of the boot camp, because these are all day game and night game. So really, really profound stuff that happens on these programs. If you guys are interested, click down below, evolutiondaily.com/coaching. You'll set up a call with either myself or a member of the team when you apply. And we basically get on that call and we hear about where you're at right now with game, what you want in a year. And we talk to you about whether we think the boot camp is going to be able to help you to achieve those goals. Now, as far as breaking out, as far as where you are right now, you haven't been going out, you haven't been doing anything. Rule number 1, you got to get the fuck out of the house. You got to get the fuck out of the house. I remember you would talk about how you would, when you were first starting game, you would go to that one club. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you would just like sit in your car for a long period of time, but then you'd bring yourself to like at least go stand in the club.
Yeah.
You would at least go stand in the club. And I can relate to that. You know, it's been a while, I would say, but you know, I've definitely still even had a lot of nights where I don't want to go out because it's the winter. It's warm. Look at this beautiful couch. You guys see this fucking couch? Dude, you hear how comfortable this fucking couch is, bro? I got this fucking fatty TV over here. I watch Succession. I can just lay on this fucking couch. I can invite a chick over instead and just fucking be calling with some girl, have her suck my dick, pause Succession. That's a great night. So why am I going to go out into the bitter fucking cold? I go out into the bitter fucking cold because I know, my soul knows that this shit is good for me. And deep down for you guys, your soul knows that it's good for you. And the more that you continue to crumble under the lizard brain and you submit to the lizard brain, the more that the lizard brain is in control. The lizard brain that tells you bad things await. Bad things await. Don't leave the nest. The nest is safe. Look at my door. My door's locked. My window's closed. I'm on the nice, comfortable couch. There's food here. I am safe. Stay safe. Conserve energy. You have to take charge of that false programming. And you got to say, you know what? Game scares me. That's why I got to do it. The idea of taking a boot camp, it sounds overwhelming. It sounds scary. What if I fucking fail? I'm so scared. That's why you've got to fucking do it. That's why you've got to take the leap. So step 1 is go to the bar. Go to the club. If all you can do is stand around once you get out there, then stand around once you get out there. That's okay. I would rather you go stand around at the club and do nothing than stay at home on a Friday or Saturday night. If you're a guy who you're not hooking up with chicks, you're not approaching, you're not doing shit, then you at the very least need to get out to the club.
Yeah. And there's that intimidation, right? Like back in the day, I would like maybe wait in my car or whatever. It's that intimidation. You have an imagined picture of what the club looks like before you're even there.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. And also too, on a deeper level, I do think that there's so much of that feeling of inadequacy, right? A lot of men, we're living in this world where social media, the media in general, you watch reality TV or shows or TV or Instagram or TikTok, whatever, it just feels like everybody has it the fuck together. It just feels like, man, look at this fucking really good looking guy with all this money on this boat out in fucking Mykonos with his hot ass girlfriend. And what? I'm going to go out to the club and build that life for I'm going to be able to fucking be that guy. There's just so much of that feeling of inadequacy. And at the end of the day, man, this is something I've been really thinking about a lot lately, is just the concept of everything just is. Everything just is. It is what it is. And trying to remove judgment from what your life is, because you've got these two polarities. Instagram guy on Mykonos on the yacht with the fucking hot girl. And then you've got you. And you look at that guy and all you see are the pictures and the videos, and he's in Mykonos, he's with the fucking hot chick. Whoa, oh my God. But all you get is that snapshot. That's all you get of this person. And you have your insecurities. You have your flaws. You have your debts. You have your fear of the future. You have your drama with your family. You have your fucking best friend that doesn't talk to you anymore. You have all these issues that you're worried about. And so to you, you just feel like you're fucked up. And I think that you've got to have a point. There's got to be a big part of you. You've got to be able to compartmentalize that big part of you that wants more, that wants to be more, but that also says, I'm where I'm at. I've fucked up in the past. I have not worked hard these last 10 years. I have let myself go. I have not gone after my goals. It's where I'm at, bro. Let's fucking move forward. Versus the self-hatred that will come from these years of deep regret.
Yeah. And something I'll add too to that is it's like everybody who's on these apps like TikTok or everyone who goes out to the club, it's only the people that like are in a place where they're not that insecure. What you're not seeing is the millions of people who aren't on TikTok that wanted to make one but didn't, or the millions that didn't go to the club because they felt like they're not perfect. It's like so many times you see so much perfection in these things because those are the only people that feel brave enough to go out. You have to recognize that you're like you're one of the few people in the world that want to like step up from this and rise up. So you going out, there's going to be this like difference. You're going to go out and you're going to feel like, why does everyone else here feel so perfect when I don't? It's like, no, bro, like you're doing something amazing. You're rising up. Not everybody does this.
Yeah. Years ago, we were in New York City and you were filming me and I was just doing some pickup video. I don't remember what the concept of this video was, but while you were filming me, behind you was a woman who was watching me record this video the whole time. And she came up and she basically just wanted to tell me that she disagrees with a lot of what I was saying and stuff, and that she wanted to talk about it. And I said, we're really busy. I will talk to you all about it if you let us film and put it out. I'll debate you. And so we debated. And what she was saying was that all of the guys that she knows, they don't need any sort of tactics or any sort of real intention behind meeting people, that they just live their life and they meet a lot of people that way.
Right.
And I said, well, that's why you know them. The reason you know them is because they are these people that didn't need intention.
Yeah.
And that's how you met them. And I said, what you don't realize is that you look at these buildings, you look at these huge buildings all around us with so many units, thousands and thousands of people, millions in New York City. And a large percentage of those people are sitting in those apartments and they don't meet anybody. They have bad anxiety. They have depression. They have issues. They're struggling to meet somebody. They want to date, men, women alike. They want to date. They want to meet somebody and they really fucking struggle to do it. And so if I'm putting out videos on baseball tips, how to be better at baseball, you can't come to me and say, who needs to know how to learn baseball? This is pointless. What's the point of it? Well, then you don't want to know baseball. That's fine.
Right.
I'm putting out videos for men who want to set their intention, who want to focus their intention on meeting beautiful fucking women and on becoming the man and that journey of who you become along that way. They want to become that man of who you become when you are meeting those gorgeous girls, going through rejection, going through successes, putting your dick on the line over and over again. If my videos aren't for you, then do not watch them. Then that's okay. And you'll see this a lot more. I don't know about more, but you'll see this a lot from other men as well, where whatever, man, there's something with their brain is totally normal. Everything's fine for them. Maybe a great upbringing, maybe looks, whatever it is. They are fine. They've just always met girls in high school. They dated the pretty hot chick. They got into college, hooked up with some hotties, got a hot girlfriend. Now they're single again. They got good friends. They go to the bar. That's great. Then you don't need my vids. Then that's okay. Don't watch them. But also don't hate on the men that do need this.
Yeah.
Because if you aren't going after what you need in this life, then you're failing. If there's things that you need and you don't go and find those things, then you're failing. Tony Robbins says that your success will be dependent upon your resourcefulness. What I'm teaching, when I'm helping guys wake up, when I'm helping guys to overcome that fear and again, resolve that adrenaline over and over and over again and meet these gorgeous women, you can become a fucking G. You can become a fucking pimp, dude. I mean, you can literally, and because of my sample size of working with so many guys over the years, I have just seen time and time again. We just got that fucking, where's my phone? We had that fucking, it'll take me a few minutes to find it anyway. My phone's here, but dude, we just got that fucking testimonial from that guy who out in LA did my one-on-one boot camp and then immediately went off and met this chick and they're like fucking in love, traveling the world together. You know, I got a guy who, he's a drop shipping guy. He makes a shit ton of money doing drop shipping, even helps people with drop shipping. He did my mentorship. He was stuck. He wasn't approaching, he wasn't doing shit. And, he came out of the mentorship telling me, I want to fuck a shit ton of girls. I want to go crazy, whatever. Dude, he met this stupid hot chick that he just was like, this is it, man. Like, this is fucking it. And he sent me all these texts. Thank you so much, man. Like, holy shit. I just can't. You pushed me to go out that weekend. That made me meet her. All this led to me meeting this girl.
That's awesome.
I'm so satisfied in life. And that was like 2 years ago. And that dude's married to this chick.
Wow.
I mean, it's just, I have seen guys over and over again go from being stuck to finding what the fuck they want in game and finding it with these girls. And you end up really, I'm such a big proponent of the concept that life can either be hell or it can be heaven. And you can be living in the same exact apartment building as somebody, in the same reality as somebody, and you can be in hell and they can be in heaven. And I think all it is that we all have this same life to live and we have to choose which one we want it to be. And so when I go walk around the streets of fucking Melbourne, Australia, I go walk around the streets of Denver, Colorado, when I see all these fucking girls, I'm like, there's potential here. I can make shit happen here. I can hook up with one of these girls. I can fucking go on one of these little 5-day romances that I've had with several girls where we meet in a city and we just end up spending tons of time together, hooking up, keeping in touch after, maybe hooking up a year later. The world of potential opens up around you when you become a man who goes for what he wants, when you become a man who actually pursues his desires. And that's what you want to be. You want to be a man who goes for what he wants in this life, and you want to be a man that never, ever gives up. Because I've seen a lot of giving up as well throughout the years, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty. You see people that gave up in the first 6 months, maybe it's like, yeah, you know, I'm not focused on game. I'm focusing on this business thing. And 6 months later, oh, how's that business thing going? Oh, yeah, I'm still where, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about this other thing. Oh, so did you get back into the game? No, I don't really care about that much right now. I don't care about that much right now. And look, sometimes people genuinely don't. But more often than not, men that are healthy, that have a sex drive, who will claim that they don't care that much, a lot of times they're suffering from a lot of porn addiction. A lot of time they're suffering from really the anxiety and the depression that's actually keeping them from going out and going after these goals. And so the more that you just kind of quell those goals and say, I'm just going to put this away for a while, the more that you're kind of just reinforcing that this is who you are now. And then unfortunately you fall into that negative routine. And so it's very, very important that if you guys have been stuck, that you have been asleep, you haven't been going out, talking to a lot of hot chicks, going on dates with hot chicks, hooking up, having good sex, it's important that you recognize that the longer you continue that pattern, the more that pattern is reinforced. And before you know it, you're 40. Before you know it, you're 35. Before you know it, you're just trapped now in that headspace of being stuck, and it becomes harder and harder and harder. It's as if you're not going after your desires and your goals, it's as if you're standing on quicksand right now, and that quicksand is just moving at a very slow rate. So at first, your foot's just stuck, and you just fucking, fuck, let me get out. And before you know it, you're up to your knees, and then you're up to your waist. And then before you know it, you're up to your fucking neck in being stuck. And I know these people. It's unfortunate, but I know these people that are in their 40s. I know guys in their fucking 50s who have reached out, and they are just in that space where they're like, I'm going to end up alone.
You mentioned earlier the fat guy who has a heart attack.
Yeah.
What's the pickup equivalent?
The pickup equivalent, at least in my case, was a really brutal breakup. So even though I didn't know about game, I wasn't going out at this time or anything, but I think I had such a severe breakup, which, oh my God, looking back on it, it was fucking nothing.
It was dumb.
But at that time, it was so severe that that fertilized my brain for game.
Wow.
So I didn't know game existed yet, but it fertilized my brain to the point where now when that seed was discovered, it fucking sprouted immediately. Don Miguel Ruiz in the Four Agreements, he says the mind must be properly fertilized for the seeds of an idea to grow. So what fertilized my brain was this horrific breakup.
So if you didn't have that, you would have saw a game and like made fun of it or something.
It's hard to say. It's hard to access that alternate universe.
Yeah.
But I think that a lot of men they drop their standards. That's what happens, right? That's what happens. As a man, if you picture your wife, you picture your girlfriend, tell me what you want. Tight body, nice ass, sweet, feminine, really supports you, loves sex, loves having sex with you. Maybe he's a little bisexual. Maybe fucking, you imagine this amazing woman. And then because you don't live in any sort of abundance, because you've never experienced abundance, because you haven't gone out and grinded and showed yourself what's possible, then instead of ever going to that abundance, you just drop and then drop and then drop and then drop. And before you know it, you're with women that you're not even attracted to. You're not proud to bring that woman around people. The sex isn't amazing. So then you end up kind of turning to porn where you get to see amazing sex with girls that you actually are attracted to. She's not very feminine. She kind of treats you like shit. She eats a little too much, a little too overweight. She smokes cigs, whatever the thing is, like you just end up settling. And so I think what happens is for a lot of men, they will settle and then usually something really bad happens where the woman ends it. And that's the worst, because I even remember with my breakup at 19, that girl she was okay, but not an attractive girl. She just wasn't an attractive girl. Not hideously ugly, but she was not attractive. And even while I was with her, I would think one day I'm going to lose weight and get a hotter girlfriend. I would think that. So I'm already settling. I'm already not excited about her. But then when she fucking cheats on me and destroys me, it's horrible. It's even worse because not only are you destroying me, but I didn't even want to be with you. Damn. So these guys are that's the big moment is when you settled and then even she doesn't want to be with you. Now one of two things happens. And unfortunately, the latter is the more common. So one of two things happens. One, You say, I'm not going to fucking ever let this happen again. I am going to play the dating game. I'm going to get my PhD in dating 101 by going on a lot of dates, by dating different girls, by having a lot of sex, by realizing what I like sexually, what I don't like, realizing what I like on a first date, what made this first date amazing, and then seeing, this girl, why is she saying those things? Why is she this way? Oh, this is not, by seeing the way girls behave with you 6 dates in, 10 dates in, 3 months in. You develop an experiential wisdom around women that allows you now to end up with women that are A1, that are A fucking one. And when you get that, then you no longer settle. Now, that's the first option. And now that's the former. And then the latter, unfortunately, is that you go through this horrific experience and you break up, or you give up rather. You just give up.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of men. A lot of men give up. And that's why dark fucking black pill type content is very popular. Dude, I could start a new channel and get like way more fucking subs and views and shit if I literally just started talking about how women are fucking evil. They're fucked up.
Like approving of the hopelessness and all that?
Yes, totally.
Wow.
And I refuse. I would never fucking do it because I don't believe in it. So
Right.
it's not even an option.
Right.
But a lot of these guys are very drawn to that content. There was a guy in the mastermind who, it was the final straw. Hold that thought. I want you to add to this. But there was a guy in the mastermind, I remember he had already been that way a lot, and we kind of like talked him off the ledge. And then finally he just posted this one video, I think, in there. It was a YouTube vid. And his comment on it was just like, ha, 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 and he posted it. And dude, it was like fucked up. The video was called like TikTok Thought. It was called like TikTok Thought Gets Ghosted by Chad. Ha, ha, ha. Like that was the video.
Nice.
And then it shows like the TikTok girl. And dude, it's this really nice girl. I don't know who the girl is. Maybe she's not, but like, it's just this sweet girl.
Right.
And she's just like, in the TikTok, it's kind of got this sad music. And it's like, dated for, first date was amazing. Dated for 6 months. Told me he loved me. Told me whatever. 9 months in, never hear from him again. Ghosted entirely. It was sad. It was fucking sad. And I'm like, you're gone. And I kicked him out of the mastermind. I was like, the fact that you resonated with this means I don't want you. Not only did you resonate with it, you also wanted to share. You resonated with it so much. Think about if you like a video versus how much you resonate with it when you want to share it now with other people. You thought this was so good that you wanted to share this with others. Ha ha ha. Look at this girl that got, in all the context that we have here is that some guy, after 9 months of dating this woman, and they apparently loved each other and whatever, ghosted her. And that's toxic and horrible. And I don't recommend anybody doing that. I love being a fucking savage, but I'm not really a savage with women's emotions.
Right.
I'm really not. Like,
No,
I like to treat them well. I love women. I am happier when they're happier. I love eating pussy. I love taking girls to nice dates. I like making them feel good, and it makes me feel good. And I think that that's key to relationships and to your success in all of this. So unfortunately, that kind of content draws a lot of these guys that have given up. And now it actually creates a community around giving up. It creates a community around, hey, we can all give up together. And it's very dark. It's very, very dark. Sorry, what were you going to add to that, though? I want to hear what you had to say.
So a lot of the stuff with like whether or not you settle or whether you raise your standards, I think it really all comes down to boundaries. I think a lot of those black pill guys, even, they lack boundaries. It's like, no one can even tell you, like, what you want for your life. You only get one. You're going to be here and you're going to die. That's going to happen. But you deep down know what you're going to have.
Okay.
Like, you know what you want.
Yeah.
And so boundaries is literally just like, am I going to respect that or not? And so, like, if a guy's hopelessness, like, if a guy's in hopelessness, he's not really in hopelessness. Like, you know what you want. You're not respecting it. And that's why you end up with the wife that you don't want. That's why you end up. And then when you step up and you're talking to the hot chicks, you said, well, I am not going to, if I kept dating that chick, like girls like that first one that broke up with you, if I kept dating that level, that's not hopelessness. I'm not respecting the fact that I want more. And you're even talking about, oh, how is she treating me at 6 days in, 10 days in? How is this one on the date? You could not respect those boundaries in yourself and then let them get away with it. And now you're deteriorating yourself. So it's like, it's all boundaries.
Yeah.
As a man, like having boundaries.
Yeah, and what it comes down to as well is when you're not, and this is really deep, when you're not setting those boundaries, when you're not really just going after your desires at all, then what that actually is, that is the energy of not respecting yourself. And so that's how you disrespected yourself so much that you ended up with this woman that is nothing compared to, not even close to what you wanted.
Exactly.
You disrespected yourself so much that now she also can't respect you because that's your energy.
Yeah.
Your energy that you disrespected yourself, that hopelessness, that melancholy kind of despair that you just have day in and day out, that will now cause her to also not respect you. So straight up, end of the fucking day, if you're made it this far in this fucking podcast and you're not going out talking to women, you do not respect yourself, and you must. You must begin to respect yourself. And life, man, life is a game, dude. And I think a really fun fucking game to play is see, where can I be 1 year from now? Where can I be 1 year from now? If you're 35 watching this right now, dude, 36 is still so young. It's so fucking young. Dude, you see, he's such a motivation, man. You see Joe Rogan, he's out here at 55. Just fucking judo or fucking jujitsu, black belt, crazy workouts all day, every day. Like, dude, 36 is young. Sometimes I can't even believe I'm only 31. I'm like, what the fuck? This is nuts. 35 to 36, you can literally be a different person, but you've got to every single day, you have to start having conversations with yourself where you go, ooh, there's resistance. How can I overcome this? Ooh, there's resistance. How can I overcome this? Ooh, there's resistance. I made a video on my Instagram just earlier today. I just hopped out of my cold shower and I'm taking I told you recently, I was like getting mad that I wasn't taking cold showers. Yeah. So I started taking the cold showers every day. And I'm so I'm just fucking so proud of myself afterwards. Yeah. And I made this video about, I don't care about the health benefits. I don't care about Andrew Huberman and Rhonda Patrick that are like, cold showers released, and like you're going to live forever and fucking, I don't give a fuck about any of that. I literally do it because it's so painful and I hate it so much and I don't want to do it that every time I do it, it's the ultimate in massive resistance. Fuck. I'm sitting out here, dude, I start making little excuses. I go, well, I'm going to need to take a hot shower later anyways to like really get clean because I have a date. So like I could just take the cold shower at the end of the hot shower later. And I just started having all these gay little dialogues of myself of like, well, no, because like right now you'd have to get dressed again. You got to film this video. So shut up. Shut the fuck up. I get in there, I fucking get mad, and I take my goddamn clothes off. I get fucking nude, and I just hop in that cold, freezing fucking shower.
Nice.
And so for you guys, every day you've got to literally just identify where resistance is and how can you overcome that a little bit today. So right now you might be listening to this and maybe it's on a fucking Friday you're listening right now and you got resistance to going out tonight. Go out. At least just be like, I'm gonna fucking go. I'm gonna park. I'm gonna walk in. If I walk out, that's okay. But I'm at least gonna walk in. I'm gonna order a water. I'm gonna drink that water. And if you leave after that, guys, I'm telling you that's okay. It's completely fine to do that. If all you can do today is go to the mall and go talk to the American Eagle girl or talk to anybody, that's okay. So slowly right now, because you've been on a pattern of, and this really kind of sums up the whole point here of getting back in the game when you've been out for a while, is that right now you've been in a long pattern of succumbing to resistance. And now what you have to do is you have to start acknowledging day in and day out, every moment, where resistance is, and little things too. Are you at work and not going to the vending machine when you want to because you see 3 of your coworkers over there and you're going to have a conversation? Little shit like that. Dude, I've been there before. I've fucking been walking down the sidewalk and a group of people's like coming my way. And I just decide, oh, fuck it. I wasn't going to make a right here, but now I'm going to make a right here. So I don't have to walk by this group.
Yeah.
Like all the time you're having fucking little points of resistance, acknowledging what they are and then slowly overcoming them. So little shit like that. Oh, someone's coming by me on the sidewalk. We're going to have that awkward 200 feet where we're clearly walking right towards each other. And are we going to say hi to each other, whatever. And instead of avoiding that and crossing the street or making another route, just fucking walk by that person and smile and just be like, hey, what's up? Hey, how's it going?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi. Just the little fucking points of resistance. Even we had a boot camp student. He's done 2 boot camps now, and he's always talking about how he wants to start a TikTok. He wants to make little comedy videos. Actually, he's done 2 boot camps, and he did my mentorship. And I remember on my mentorship, literally one of the big things we were focusing on was getting him to make comedy videos. And it is directly related to women because it's resistance. You're in contraction right now. You're resisting expansion. All those thoughts. What are my fucking family going to think about these? What are my friends going to think about these? What if they get no likes? What's the point? Am I going to stick with it? Am I going to shut up? That's all the lizard brain. That's all the lizard brain that's trying to keep you safe. Fuck it. I'm going to follow my soul. It's all of life is about soul versus lizard brain. Lizard brain is always trying to keep you from taking action. Soul wants to take action. So you've got to fucking lean into soul and start taking even just little baby steps of action. Now, I know at the beginning I said everything I said, and I mean about how, for me, I think that the most powerful way to warm up is to toss yourself in the fire. But if you feel physically incapable of doing that, then 1 is always greater than 0. Something is always better than nothing. So you've got to start somewhere. And you've got to ask yourself, you've got to say to yourself, who am I? Who am I? Who am I going to be in this life? When I was fucking 8 years old, before life beat me down, before all the breakups, before I got made fun of in high school, before this bully came into my life, before fucking I thought I was going to get this job and I settled for this shit job, before all of that, who did I think I was going to be? You thought you were going to be a fucking football player, a movie star, a fucking singer, a drummer, a basketball player. You thought an astronaut, a lawyer, a doctor. You thought you were going to be great shit. And if you're a heterosexual male, which I'm assuming you watch this far in, even if you weren't horny and thinking about fucking, you imagined a hot wife. You imagined a wife and kids probably, and you imagined her being a beautiful woman. Well, how do you think you get there? How do you think you get there? If you're stuck right now, you're just not your past. You're not your past. The past is fake. The past is not real. The future is not real. Neither of those actually exist in any capacity. All that's real is right now in the present. And so you have to take action in the present to create the future, which is actually just more presence to create a better presence. That's all it is. So many of you are living in the past, not recognizing that these actions that you took that you regret, these things that have happened to you in the past that you regret, that you're mad about, that caused you trauma, that angered you, you do not know how much of a blessing that those potentially are. That girl, the girl that fucking broke my heart at 19, dude, I was fucking doing ecstasy with that girl. I was fucking partying with her all the time. Dude, who knows? She doesn't cheat on me. Everything's great. 6 months later, we're at some rave. She's like, do another one with me. And I fucking die. Who knows? You don't know. So to pretend that if things would have gone differently in your life in the past, that things would be so much better now, you do not know that. So start taking action right the fuck now. Go ahead, what?
I was just going to say, as of that, hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
You know, all the bad things in your life, it's hard to contextualize them as positive. Mm-hmm. But like when you look back at it all, you know, when you look back and you go, like I look back at things like my mom or different shit, it's like shit that hurt you back then. When you're in it, it sucks. Mm-hmm. But then like hindsight's always 20/20. Like you only see the value of the bad things once they're all over.
Yeah.
And so they all have like a context to your life. It's how you transmute it. Mm-hmm. But like when you're in shit, you just got to like admit you're in shit and, you know, but like expect like, okay, in hindsight, this is probably going to be good.
Yeah.
You know, like when we did the RV trip, there was a lot of parts of that were like stressful and we're like doing crazy shit. But then like now we look back, we like laugh at it. It was so fun and funny and like life enhancing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, and you get older and you have more and more of those circumstances. And again, that really is the key, is just never giving up. You really just can't give up because you have to keep taking action to have more. It's like this, right? It's as if 9 failures will destroy you, but on the 10th, you grow wisdom and wiser, and now failure can never destroy you again. So if you gave up on failure 4, you gave up on failure 8, failure 9, then you never achieve failure number 10, which gives you that clarity and that wisdom of like, oh, I'm just going to fail a lot because I keep taking action. I'm going to fail a lot and I'm going to bounce right back the fuck up. And that's definitely been something I've experienced where I've just had so many failures in life that now when a failure happens, I can just quickly bounce back. I can identify why it happened. I know why it happened. I can identify. I take extreme ownership. I know the mistakes that I've made. I know how I got to it. And I go, let's go. Time to keep fucking going. And maybe I'm going to fail again. I'm going to. I'm not fucking maybe. I'm going to fail again at some shit. I don't know what it's going to be. Hopefully it's a little later rather than sooner. I'm going to fail again. But I won't be in some crazy, deep, freak out fucking panic because I'll know why it happened and I'll just readapt.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing I want to say too is like, I haven't had many epiphanies in the last few years. I've thought a lot less. Yeah. But one of the biggest ones, I know you and I talked about it already, is like recontextualizing all the negative to positive and how that's a huge component to responsibility. But that's also just the only thing I focus on now. It's just like taking everything negative and recontextualizing it to positive. And the more I've done that, like the better I feel. And I've been doing that for a little bit now, and it's crazy, man.
Yeah, and really kind of stacking onto that point of just, and it's sort of a Buddhist philosophy, the idea of no judgment whatsoever, just everything is. Everything just is. You can't judge it. And I actually even remember in college they did made us read Plato's The Republic. And I remember that a massive focus of The Republic was what is right and wrong. And I mean, the whole book is about right versus wrong and about how right and wrong is... that's not even real.
It's like subjective.
Success and failure is not even real. It's nothing is real. I can go kill somebody and society will tell me that that's wrong. That guy who bullied people when he was fucking 10, those people will tell me that was right and that kid deserved to die. That guy deserved to die. Yeah. It's like fucked up, but it's like, and then also maybe he was a Christian and maybe to him that sent him straight to heaven. So what did I just do for him? Life sucks. I sent him to fucking, like, it's fucked up. It's dark, but at the end of the day, it's like right and wrong is so subjective in that same way that failure and success is. You're not God. You can't even call something a failure. Failure is not really up to you to determine whether it's a failure or not. So you go out 10 nights in a row, you don't talk to one girl. Was that a failure? Or was that it's going to take you 100 times to be able to finally talk to a girl? And so you have to go through it. Or do you just give up and never go through those 100 times? Maybe that's just your fucked up brain, your DNA, just like I have a fucked up brain. Maybe that's just you being really fucked up and you're going to have to go out 100 times before you can even do a cold approach, before you can even meet an attractive woman in any capacity. So you can go out 100 times and get to that point, or you can sign up for the 2022 Evolution Daily Wake the F Up Bootcamp Tour, and you can come talk to more fucking girls in one weekend, shake up that fucking nervous system, break the fuck out, unlock that fucking animal inside of you, uncage the fucking beast that you've been trapping away for so long. Click down below, evolutiondaily.com/coaching. Sign up today. We're coming all across the country. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.